5 What-If Moments in American History by Ansley Jocelyn and Anjo. Number 1. What if Abraham Lincoln was never elected president? A direct result of Abraham Lincoln's election was the secession of 11 Southern states and the formation of the Confederacy. So if Lincoln had not been elected, the Civil War would not have broken out, the Emancipation Proclamation would not have been issued, and slavery would have been prolonged. Number 2. What if we never won the Battle of Saratoga? The Battle of Saratoga was very crucial in the victory of America during the Revolutionary War because it proved to France that we were worth helping. If we had lost the battle, the French would not have come to our aid and we would have ultimately lost the Revolutionary War and still been under British rule. Number 5. What if we never moved westward? Westward expansion really started with the Manifest Destiny and the Homestead Act, which made land out west cheap. This attracted many immigrants and city people to try their luck in the Wild West. The influx of people created economic growth. If westward expansion had never happened, the railroad industry would not have become as big, and there would be no need for standardized time zones because everyone would be living in the East. Native Americans also would not have been forced from their lands and would have been spared from diseases that decimated their populations. Number 4. What if Rosa Parks got up from her seat? Before Rosa Parks, African Americans were forced to sit in the backs of buses, and they had to give their seat up if a white person needed it. But when Rosa Parks was asked to move, she said no. Her actions helped to spark the Montgomery bus boycott, in which African Americans used every means of transportation except buses. Finally, the Supreme Court ruled that bus segregation was unconstitutional. If Rosa Parks had simply complied to the whites, things would have continued as normal, and the Supreme Court would still adhere to the Dred Scott decision. Number 5. What if Japan never bombed Pearl Harbor? On December 7, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. America, which had previously remained neutral, decided to enter World War II with the Allied powers. America fought on Japanese fronts as well as European fronts until all the Axis powers surrendered in 1945. If Japan had never bombed Pearl Harbor, America wouldn't have entered the war and bombed Hiroshima or Nagasaki, and the Axis powers would have won World War II. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.